Well, because we're all listening to this thing called the calories in, calories out theory, right? You eat too much, you don't exercise enough. We've heard it a million times. It's just wrong. What's going on now is we've got a hormone problem. Now, you all know people who eat 4 or 5 times a day and they never seem to gain an ounce. But there's other people, especially women, who will just eat celery all day long and exercise on the elliptical machine and never seem to lose an ounce, all right? Look, here's the deal. Human beings are not furnaces. We have this thing called the law of thermodynamics, and it's as if you, at the bottom of it, you throw coal in, and just like a furnace, you're supposed to be able to burn heat on the other end, and that's what they think this whole idea of weight loss is all about. Look, we do not have a calorie problem, we have a hormone problem. We do not have an exercise problem, we have a hormone problem. Big hormones, they control your metabolism, and you know that metabolism controls how you gain weight and how you lose weight. So the problem starts when you overstimulate or you spike these big hormones. And what that does is it forces your brain to literally puts a stranglehold on fat burning. It puts your brain and your metabolism in prison, and you're not going to be able to go ahead and burn the fat that you already have on your body, and it's going to be sending all of that fat to your fat storage. So you've got a fat burning problem and a fat storing problem. Okay, so your big hormones are adrenaline, cortisol, and insulin. Now, here's what happens. When you spike them, your brain automatically goes into what we call survival mode. So if I took you and threw you into 40-degree water, or if a tiger was chasing you, here's what happens. Your brain and your body doesn't care anything about reproduction. If you want to have a baby, it doesn't care that you want to look good and lose fat. It doesn't care whether or not your digestion is working the way that you want it to. All it cares about is survival. So when you do this habitually, over and over and over again, you keep putting yourself and your brain into this survival mode, and all these other things that are incredibly important in your life, they become all of a sudden not important at all. This is how you can develop conditions and diseases when your body does that. So look, I know it's not realistic that you get thrown into 40-degree water or tigers chasing you. However, what is realistic? How about your boss screaming at you? How about your kids not doing what you want them to do? How about your husband and you arguing? How about traffic? Or how about, if you're a woman, somebody's going to leave the toilet seat up, right? So look, that's what happens when adrenaline and cortisol get overstimulated. Now guess what happens, because we talked about another hormone, insulin, right? How do you overstimulate insulin? You overstimulate insulin by eating all these bad carbohydrates, all this sugar, and all this starch. So here's what's going on. When you do these things all together, spike adrenaline and cortisol and spike insulin, what you're doing is you're creating the modern day equivalent of your body going into survival mode, and that is the cause of modern day stubborn weight gain.